My dude, how are you?
Doing good, man.
I'm a fan of the music.
Dude, thank you so much.
I'm not
brother.
even joking. I like the music.
Dude, thank you. That means the world.
It's pretty cool. I'm a fan of it, but what's going on with you? Was this the goal all along to be a music artist, even country music? Because I actually thought when I first saw you on social media, I was like, oh, you're gonna be like rapping an R&B, but then I see he's a country guy. I don't mean that in disrespect, but I mean
no, it's funny. I did it to myself. I put myself in that hole because you're right. And you know, everyone. It's funny because a bunch of people ask me this, is like, is music your goal and all that stuff? Because I blew up from, everyone thinks I'm from Los Angeles, or I'm sorry about that, guys. Everyone thinks I'm from LA, I'm from the city, I'm all this stuff, and I blew up from being that like cringy TikTok guy, you know what I mean? So it put me in a nutshell for a while, and I'm in the process of, stepping out to like the real world and being taken serious as an artist. And, I've loved music for a long time. I've been playing music since I was 9 years old, and so I've always had a passion for it. I just didn't know how to like do it. Like I said, I'm from middle of nowhere, 3,000 people, it's just not realistic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've always loved it, dude. Once I got out there and I got the that great success, it's a blessing, man. But it definitely put me in a hole to like step out for a while.
So how do you get out of? I know you're working with Charlie Walk, which is a legend in the music industry.
Yes, sir.
But how do you get out of that cringy, the TikTok stereotype that you're just some young Gen Z kid to be considered a serious music artist, because you are serious about that?
Absolutely, man. And that's one thing that's been really cool, but it's been something that that it's been hard for me to figure out, because but that's one thing that I've found very complicated, because it is, I said I got put in a little nutshell, and people have this like idea of like TikTokers are just TikTokers. They gotta say to just that, And so, and I tell everyone, I'm like, it's a process, guys. It's the music will speak for itself. Give it time. It's been really hard to get people like to necessarily like believe it right away, but over time, man, it'll definitely do its thing.
Do you regret getting into all the boxing stuff?
Oh, dude, not at all.
Or was that a good thing?
I always think it's funny because I've been fighting for like 8 years and all that stuff, dude, and I love the sport, man. I had a great camp whenever I did that fight a couple years ago and all that stuff. It was my first time in front of like 20, 30,000 people, and that's where it's like, man, like I have videos in camp and like videos that got leaked out of me, like, dude, like looking sharp, man. I was feeling good, but you just can't train for those like nerves when you get there, man. Like I swear to God, dude, I got there, my heart fell out of my ass, dude. I was like, God, dude, like it's a different feeling when you get in there. And I froze up. I just didn't let my hands go. So.
Well, what do you think about Bryce Hall? He's going to bare knuckle fighting. I mean, which is kind of crazy. Do you respect him for him, or are you like, dude, what are you doing? Is it even worth the money? Like,
I mean, obviously, me and him don't talk anymore. But I mean, I did see that, and I mean, you got to give respect to anybody that is going to go into. I mean, that's what I say with the fighting stuff as well, dude. Everyone hating on all these TikTokers getting into boxing. It's like, sure, none of these people are world champions and all that stuff, but it takes a lot to get in there, man. It's scary. Like, it's like, no matter if you say you're not scared, like, you're lying, dude. Like, you're going in there to punch each other in the face. It's a scary feeling. And I mean, if he's actually going to bare knuckle, I don't know if it's actually true or not. I did obviously see it, on the internet and all that stuff. If he is, I mean, I'm excited to see how it plays out. I don't know.
What would it take for you and Bryce to kind of clearly, or just kind of be back to where you guys were? Because I think some people grew up like in the social media world and saw you guys as close friends. Like, where does it stand with you with relation with other guys like Josh Richards and?
Of course, dude. You know me. I think everything in the heat of the moment. Everyone will kind of hold on to something and take one quick grab for a second and think that they know everything, man. And obviously, if it was the extent that everything was going at, man, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. This is my buddy. He's actually a professional fighter right here. But,
there you go.
Give me 2 seconds, man. I got it. But, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. There's a lot of things that go into it that people fail to realize and fail to do their own research, and all this stuff is public knowledge, man. If any of that shit was that crazy, you would be able to.
That's ever been in your DMs? The one you're like, man, that's pretty dope.
You want to know what's crazy? Is Drake.
No.
Yeah, so that's probably like one of the craziest ones. It's funny because I met him out in LA, and that was one of the most crazy. Because I've met Bieber, I've met like Chris Brown, and like I've met all these people. They are like, we're not best friends, but they're buddies of mine. You know what I mean? And but I was standing at Chubbs' birthday party, and I'm standing there, and Drake walks in, and I'm like, all right, it's cool, whatever. And we're standing behind the DJ booth. There's like a couple of us, and Drake's over there, and he like reaches over and taps me, and he pulls me over there, and I'm like, what's up? I'm Tayler. He goes, I know. And I was like, the fuck, dog? What the fuck is going on right now, man? And so that was probably one of the crazy moments. And so now we just talk shit to each other on DMs.
No way.
I talk shit because we talk about hooping and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, fucking dog. Like we were talking shit about the Ryan Garcia and Tank fight and all that stuff. So yeah, it's cool though. It's cool to just like. These are like my childhood people that I looked up to, man. So just being able to share the room with them, or even get recognized by them and just have conversations, that's the coolest feeling in the world.
That's
man.
dope, dude. I mean, obviously you look great. You're in a good mindset. So what's next music-wise? You know, obviously the LP. I think people are waiting for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have an EP coming out. I just put out "Time in This Truck," my newest single.
Yeah.
It's freaking doing amazing. We've got so much great feedback on that. And then we got I have a 6-song EP that we're working on right now. That's coming out. Hopefully middle of August, that's what we're shooting for. And then we hit the road with Dylan Scott, so we're gonna be playing a bunch of shows. We have like 15 stops with him, I think, on like the West Coast over here, or East Coast, I mean.
Yeah.
So it'll be really awesome.
I'm
man.
rooting for you, my friend.
Dude,
It's
I
awesome
appreciate
to see.
that
Good
so
to see you in
much,
New York, man.
Yes,
Good
sir.
to see you in
Thank you so
Nashville now,
much.
right?
Nashville, yes, sir.
Awesome, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks
Yes,
so
sir.
much, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.